po, Ginoong Pangulo, nakalulungkot na sa punto ito, ang pagdududa sa kakayahan natin ay manggaling mismo sa kasamahan natin. Hindi po dapat mangyari ito. Mr. President, allow me therefore to clear the air. For the record, I have no intention of prejudging the guilt or innocence of any of our peers allegedly involved in the issue now under probe by the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee. The transcripts of the hearing should prove this fact. And I believe I speak for myself as well as for our peers who have attended the hearings when I say that we have done our utmost best to ensure that the dignity and honor of our colleagues involved in this issue are preserved and protected. I am aware, however, that the recent statement I have made, both at the last committee hearing and press conference, has caused offense and the perception that I may have, quote unquote, prejudged the guilt of one of our peers. Mr. President, let me assure you, as well as our colleagues, that to quote unquote prejudge has never been my intention. I understand that the offense and the perception were apparently the result of the use of an analogy from the favorite national pastime, basketball. True, I have made such reference. Mr. President, let me assure you and our colleagues that the phrase did not refer to a state of guilt on the part of any person. Ulitin ko po, the phrase did not refer to a state of guilt on the part of any person. There are questions the committee is attempting to answer. The witness had surely helped in the search for the answers. I repeat, in the search for the answers, not in the determination of the guilt or innocence. The phrase was used by me to describe and underscore the possible impact and value of the testimony of a witness. Ang mga salitang ginamit ko ay hindi paghusga ng pagiging mansala o inosente.
Excuse me, Senator Guigona. And just to remind you about your parting statement, and you said, I think the testimony of Tuason was a 3-point shot na, baso winning shot pa. Is this a sentiment of a person who is just expressing a feeling, or importance of a testimony, Mr. President?
That is my opinion, my personal opinion, and I was referring to the value of the testimony. It was referring to yung halaga at bigat ng binitawang salita ng testigo. And if there was any hurt, Mr. President, such was not the intention.
Can you please qualify the statement that you made? Kasi in basketball parlance, when you say 3-point shot, buzzer beater, parang yung opposing team mo lamang ng 2 points, shoot the 3 points, nanalo ka ng 1 point, winning basket. Paano mo makukonekta rito sa testimonya ni Mrs. Tuason na Mr. President? How can you connect it?
Well, Mr. President, since you brought it up, it's very, very weighty, the testimony of Ms. Tuason, because, as said before, this is the first time a senator, this is the first time a witness that a witness said that I personally handed money to a senator. Yan, sabi ko mabigat talaga ito.
You know, I refuse to discuss the details because this is not the proper forum, but I deny the allegations written in the affidavit of Mrs. Tuason. In fact, graduated and took up law from but you and I know. And I'm not a lawyer, I'm just a dropout. I did not finish my college of law. But you and I know that the affidavit of Mrs. Tuason was practically empty. It was all generalizations, no details involved in the affidavit of Mrs. Tuason. She cannot remember how much she delivered money to me. She doesn't even recall my address in Green Hills, Samang. So I don't think, well, this is my own opinion, Mr. President, but I do feel that the testimony of Ms. Tuason is practically empty. But,
Mr. President, may I respond? Mr. President, that may be your opinion, and I respect that, I do with that opinion. Well, let's leave it at that.
sure. Well, I will also respect your opinion, but you know, take the testimony or the affidavit or the statement made by Ms. Tuason. You also have to consider the other pieces of evidence.
At that point, it was not a conclusion, it was an opinion as to the value of the testimony. And I disagree with you when you say na walang laman. She remembers going to the parking lot. She remembers faces of the staff, 2 staff members. I don't think that is the rest of details, Mr. President. Of course, she does not remember the amounts. That was what, 2008? What year is it now? 2014? I don't think anybody of us remember how much they spent in one day in 2008, which is several years ago. Sure, but she remembers the experience of giving over money to a senator. Not once, not twice, not thrice, but many times, several places. So there is no it's not bereft of details. On the contrary, Mr. President, there are details there.
But Mr. President, the issue here, if she is lying or not, how sure are you that she is not lying? Because time and again, I have mentioned during several of my interviews with our friends from the media, what she brought was trays of sandwiches. It was not a duffel. It was not a duffel bag brought here in my office. In fact, I challenged the Senate leadership or the Office of the Sergeant at Arms to produce the CCTV footages wherein Mrs. Tuason allegedly delivered money to this representation. In fact, Mr. President, I am really surprised why she only mentioned me. And Attorney Judy Reyes in her affidavit, when she has a lot of senator friends na pinupuntahan din niya, na hiningi din yung mga para sa PDAF. Did you even bother to ask her? Sino ang mga pinupuntahan niya aside from the office of Senator Enrile and my office? Sino pa yung mga ibang senador na pinupuntahan niya dito sa Senado? Why did you even bother to ask her about it?
We didn't ask her, Mr. President. We didn't ask her. She denied that she knew any other.
So the issue here, if she is or not, Because I have received information. And she has been our colleagues here, former colleagues and incumbent colleagues here. Oh, bakit kayong dalawa lang ni Senator Enrile ang napapahamak dito sa kanyang testimonya?
Maybe, Mr. President, that should be addressed to Ms. Ruby Tuason. What is your pleasure, Mr. President?
No, the issue here, if she is lying or not.
Yes,
It's better tell the truth. So what is happening?
What do you want to happen, Mr.
What is
President?
happening here is that you have already prejudged us, especially me, most especially
No,
me.
Mr. President.
With the permission of the chamber, can we 1 minute recess?